What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. Guys, anybody knows me, you would know I love Fantasia. Fantasia Taylor, now formerly Fantasia Moreno, I believe that was her name. She's an excellent singer, excellent performer, one of the greatest voices I've ever heard. And when she sung "Mary, Don't You Weep," which is one of my favorite gospel songs, I've only heard one person sing it that good, which is Aretha Franklin. But when she sings that song, or any song, you can literally feel your skin crawling. Like, the lady is an excellent performer. She has a great voice. She gives it her all. And I'm a big fan of hers ever since the American Idol. And I like how she presents herself also in the public, okay? She's done a great thing for herself. Unfortunately, Fantasia, actually Moreno Taylor, is accusing somebody of racism. This happens as she celebrated her child's birthday by renting an Airbnb and having a party. I want to read this tweet. I want to come and talk about it. My stomach is so uneasy this morning as I'm riding back to my home in the cold and rain. I don't say much when people do me wrong, but I can't stay quiet on how my family and I were just treated from a host with Airbnb trying to kick my kids and I out at 12 midnight. The host accused us of having a party with loud noises outdoors because they saw balloons being dropped off in a game truck with no generator in the early part of the day. The amount of guests we reserved for or the amount of guests who stayed the night. They never said we weren't allowed to have any company over. It's evident from the sayings on the walls to the outdoor fire pit jacuzzi and a well-equipped game room in the garage poker table that people host parties and our gatherings here on the lake often, as they were weights with balloon ribbons left in the garage from a previous party at the house. It's evident to me this was racial profiling, and the treatment we received was due to the color of our skin. I wanted my son to enjoy his friends, 10 to 12-year-olds, and make him feel special, as I've been traveling the last 35 plus days promoting a movie I started. This time I dare not stay quiet. All right, now I want to just talk about certain things, because racism definitely happens in the world. Racism happens anywhere, okay? I've experienced it myself. But now I do want to ask a few questions about this so-called party. She says that they never said we weren't allowed to have any company over. Let me just deal with that, because the people that are renting you the home, did you qualify? Like, hey, we want to have a party. We want to do these things. We do, plan on having the noise there. So is that okay? Sometimes when you're busy and you're rich and you're doing things, you can assume some stuff and not get clarity on those things. So I want to be fair, because I can make that mistake. I've made that mistake before. And, if it's a party that somebody had, that could be the case. But did you do your due diligence before you start crying racism? First of all, if you wanted to have a party where things are like that, to me, why wouldn't you do it, at a public place, something like that, a place where you can rent out the place, a place where you can reserve a place? It seems like maybe what you were trying to do was rent a place, maybe save some money there on that. But if I was going to have a party with kids, I wouldn't want to do it at somebody's house. Me personally, because people tear up stuff, people mess stuff up, people break things, right? I would want to have a venue that I can do that with. A personal party where I could celebrate, something like that, and all of this. But you didn't do it. You want to do it at somebody's house, which, again, even if there were ribbons left in the garage, I'm not sure if that person, if it was a person that didn't get clarity. Now, for you to say this is racially profiling because you're black, I'm looking at the kids as they were there. Some of the kids are black for sure, okay? And then some of the kids are not black. All right? That's just kind of what I'm thinking about. Now, again, I don't know everything. But again, I don't know. She's saying it's racism. It's because you're black. It's all of that. Everything is occurring. But did you get and tell them everything that you wanted to do? Every time, I just don't like to see every time a black person got something to say and they want to cry racism when it seems like you just didn't do everything that you were supposed to do. The amount of guests we reserved for the amount of the guests who stayed the night. They never said we weren't allowed to have any company over. So if you had more company than what you had over there, and they saw all these people in their home, you didn't tell them, I would also do the same thing. And see, this is like what I want to talk about here. It seems like it's a lack of accountability. And all the time, a lot of times when it comes to the African-American community and blacks in general, whenever we don't get our way, then here we are talking about racism. And there are a lot of things doing racism. Maybe if that was the case with the all-white family, they wouldn't do that. So they want to give you the benefit of the doubt. But they don't have to give you the benefit of the doubt when it's their stuff, all right? When you, as Fantasia Taylor, should be able to reserve anything and explain to them, look, we got a private party. We're going to have all of this. Here's what's going to happen there. I'm pretty sure it's so many places that would have just given you the place for free because it's you. That's what I would have thought, you know? And I don't know, it seems like your management is bad for not conveying that to the fullest because you're busy. But I don't know, man. It just seems like, you know, you're trying to cry racism here when maybe you didn't do everything you're supposed to do. Now, I don't know who the owner are. So the thing is, if the person owns this house, now whoever owns the house, you know, I guess the host that you would see could be a Caucasian person. I'm not sure. But again, a lot of things are racism. I'm going to definitely, you know, be sure of. But it's some things that we do that we don't get clarity in the business and then act like everything is racist that we experiencing. Especially when you in the industry that you got enough friends that you have connections. It ain't like you're a normal person like us. You should have enough connections where you can do this and ain't gonna be no problem. Like imagine Jay-Z wanting to have a party like this or Chloe Bailey wanting to have a party like this and they will get kicked out of Airbnb. That kind of shows to me that maybe you're not connected as much as maybe I would like to believe you are or something, because nobody would have to even go to Airbnb to do something like this. I just don't get it. Certainly they probably could not have known that you were Fantasia Taylor. So that's just what I'm saying. I mean, I don't know if they, you know, did everything they were supposed to do with this renter. And then now you're talking about, well, I'm, you know, the system is against me because I'm black. And I just hate to hear that kind of stuff when it seems like you don't have any accountability. And a lot of times when blacks don't want to have accountability, we basically get on that whole thing of, well, you know, they hating on me, they doing that, they doing this. So guys, it's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson back at it again. The episode of The Celebrity Junk. I appreciate you for all you do. Subscribe to the bell. We're out.